Welcome to Sliders Beers. This is where an English guy tries USA beers, and sometimes so you don't have to. In this case, I have no idea what to expect because the Shock Top Belgian White wasn't too good. This one is the Shock Top Twisted Pretzel Wheat. So very interesting sounding beer. What I'll do is I'll show you the box properly, I'll show you some details about the beer, and then we'll have a look at the brewery history before opening one of these and trying it. Here's a look at the box. Here are some details. And now we'll have a look at the company history.
This brewery has a very interesting history, which was totally surprising to me, because it didn't start as a brewery at all, instead as a brand that was created in 2006 by the massive Anheuser-Busch and intended to be a craft ale section of their lineup. The idea appears to have been as competition to Molson Coors Blue Moon. In 2017, Anheuser-Busch rebranded Shock Top with a simpler logo, brighter packaging and a smaller range of products. The brand has been sold to pharmaceuticals company Tilray, along with the brew pubs and even the staff. The company has expanded the beers available for sale to nearly a dozen. Now, back outside to the tasting table.
Welcome back to the tasting table. Right, let's get one of these beers then, and let's have a look. Now there is something a little bit disturbing. It says wheat ale brewed with caramel malt and artificial flavour added. Artificial flavour. I suppose that'd be the pretzels. Anyway, right, so the bottle itself, you do need to have a bottle opener. There we go. This one's going to be interesting to add to the board later on because it's just black, but I'll write in pen underneath it what it is. Now let's have a look at the pour. Today's glass of choice is the Northwich 10th Anniversary Beer Festival of 2003 commemorative glass, and I brought it over from the UK when I came over to America. I do try and pour the same way each time, each of these beers. So let's see now. Yeah, it's coming out a mid-amber colour. There is a head forming. This is all better than the other Shock Top that I tried. Right, I'll show this closer to the camera. There we go. As you can see, it's nice and clear. It's actually a copper colour, in fact. Looking in the camera itself, it seems to have more of a dark amber, but there is some copper tones to that. There's the head, which is only small, but it still is remaining. I mean, it was interesting with the Ziegenbock in the last video how that seemed to fizz. This one does fizz, but it's not disappearing as quickly. So we're looking for what? Wheat and pretzels. Oh, I'm definitely getting wheat on the top note, but also some yeastiness. You know, if you brew your own beer and you get that yeast smell, particularly after you've emptied the contents out and you've just got the yeast left. It's a bit like that. Nothing bad. Oh, interesting. It's sort of light. It's just a very, very light. I'm not tasting the pretzels, unfortunately. There's some biscuity, yes, if that's what they're referring to. There's some biscuit there. There's certainly the wheat. There's a little bit of fizz then, which was interesting. As it stays in the mouth, it goes a little dank though. You know, it's a strange, when you exhale, there's a strange exhale to it. There's a little bit like a wheaty flat beer. It's not unpleasant as such. It just seems to be a little thin. There's no point me just mentioning all that with just one little taste. It's unfortunate about that flatness. If there were a few bubbles going on, if there was something extra in the mouthfeel, if there was something that came in a little later, do you know what I mean? Like you get some complex beers, some craft beers do. This one just sort of, it starts off great and then just turns to sort of flat watery. It's very interesting in that regard. not completely unpleasant, but it's nothing really sparkling. And unfortunately, that was about the same with the shock top Belgian white. It's okay for a try, but it's not very good. It's not. It's just an okay beer, you know. It's more of that biscuity coming on now that I've had my third taste of it. And there is quite a good wheat to the top. But I wouldn't say it's one of my favourites. It's just one of those that you might want to try. It's nothing sparkling, you know, as such. It's nothing amazing. But that's my review. Kind of unimpressed. Next thing, I'll put this bottle top onto the board of beers. Here we go, it's just black, so I'll use pen underneath to write what it was. Now similarly, there's two of these new Belgians, Imperial IPA and the Triple. The Imperial IPA is out of spot because I didn't actually keep the footage. I had to delete some off the camera and unfortunately got rid of that, so I've got to redo that one, the new Belgian Imperial IPA. But anyway, right, so this shock top will be added there. There we go, I've used the pen, it's a lot clearer and cleaner, and I fixed those two. Imperial IPA coming soon.